Hello crochet friends, this is Sylvia with Crazy Cool Crochet, and I want to start a new trend, wearing your shawl over a light jacket. What do you think? Is this something that's new to me, or is this something that you're already doing? I saw this actually years ago in an older movie, and I thought, genius. I love the idea of wearing a shawl, a crochet shawl, over a light jacket. Right? Isn't that cool? So, I actually tried this a few years ago, and I ended up getting sidetracked by Lenny Kravitz. Do you guys remember when Lenny Kravitz went out on the streets of New York, I believe it was, and he was wearing this huge, long, thick, heavy crochet scarf, is what he called it, and it went viral for all the wrong reasons. People just laughed at him and were saying, why is he walking around wearing a blanket? And of course he was making a statement. It was a statement piece. So while I originally wanted to do this, I got sidetracked by that, and I thought, that's pretty cool, even though everybody thought it was hilarious. So I went ahead and did kind of a hybrid, something in between. And I used this same pattern as I'm using for this one. But for this one, I did some tweaks. I made it shorter, a lot shorter. The other one was super long, like Lenny. And I added fringe, I added a different border, and I added this nice big button with a buttonhole. And I don't know, what do you think? I just like the idea in general of wearing a shawl over a light jacket. Why not? Right? Why not? It's so cool. You're out there showing your skills, showing off your work, while keeping a little bit warmer than you would with just a light jacket. I love the idea, love it. So let me show you how this looks with different styles of jackets and see what you think. Okay, here we are. See the shawl or wrap. Tell me what you prefer. I think shawl just sounds like really old lady, you know. I like the term wrap better. Tell me what you prefer down in the comments. So here, this jacket is even lighter than the last one, but it's certainly a jacket. I think the idea is just awesome if you're out and about and the day warms up, take the shawl off. A couple little things regarding the pattern. So I will go ahead and leave a link for the original one. It was a number 4 yarn. This is also a number 4 yarn. And I used a slightly smaller hook for this one because I wanted to make it a little smaller than the original, using the exact same pattern, exactly the same, except like I said, I added a border and I added the fringe for this one. Yet it turned out much smaller. So the hook size was changed and the yarn was a different brand. I will leave the little details in the description area below the video, where you have to open it up, where it says Crazy Cool Crochet. You'll see some more icons. Figure out how to open up that description box below the video. You'll find the detail there. I will leave the link to the original video. I will leave the link to the pattern, the written pattern I revised to take in the changes that I did for this one. So the original pattern is still out there, and I will have a separate pattern for this version. Let me show you one more look. And here is a heavier jacket. Oh, what I also need to mention is on this video, I do give the instructions for the border, because that's not on the original video, and I show how to make the button hole, in case you're not familiar with how to do that. So that is included in this video, so keep watching if you're interested in doing this. That detail is also in the written pattern, so don't worry about that. All right, what do you think? Are we going to start a new trend? Are you with me? This is my second kind of a do-over. And I'm only doing this right now because it is the holiday season, and there's just not enough hours in the day. You know what I mean? So I did redo this one using the same pattern, a couple of tweaks, and here you go. I will go back to my full tutorials after the holidays. Maybe even before, because I do get bored easily. Okay. Because I think it's just the coolest idea. Thank you guys. We'll see you in the next one. For the placement of the button and the buttonhole, we are going to count 24 of the actual cables. From the bottom up, count 24 cables. And that's where I place the button. And that gives me roughly 28 to 29 inches length from the shoulder to the bottom. Keep in mind we're still going to add fringe at the bottom. Then for the buttonhole, count 61 starting at the bottom. 61 cable rows. Just the cables, we're not counting the single crochets in between. And then we work the buttonhole. So if you're using different dimensions, if you made this longer or shorter, adjust the placement of the button and the buttonhole. To make the buttonhole, you're working on a cable row. You will work your first double crochet, chain 2, skip 2 stitches. So you're skipping the second and the third double crochet, do your chain 2, and then just continue with your cable as normal and continue your row as normal. Then when you go back around and you work your single crochet row, and this buttonhole fits that large button that I'm using, which is actually a 2-inch button. So if you're using a smaller button, then only skip 1 stitch. So work your first 2 double crochets, chain 1, skip 1, continue with your cable. For the border, using the crab stitch or the reverse single crochet, we're going to be working along the long border or the long edge. Just attach your yarn at the bottom corner with a chain. Work a single crochet into the same space. Now we're going to be working backwards. So normally we go that way. Now we're going to go this way. That's why it's called the reverse single. So in the next space, grab your yarn as if for a single crochet, 2 loops on the hook, pull through both loops to complete the single crochet. Now going backwards or in reverse, go into the next space, grab your yarn, 2 loops on the hook, pull through for a single crochet, and continue into the next space, grab your yarn, complete a single crochet, go into the next space, and you'll continue working all the way down the entire length of the long edge. Now it's up to you to determine if you're entering in every space, or maybe skip that little single crochet space and go into the next larger space. If it feels like it is buckling, then skip a space. So this gives you a clean edge with a finish without adding bulk or without adding width. This is already plenty wide enough. When you get to the end, just tie it off and then do the other long edge.